Alright, what do we got here? Fourth position. Deado Spaceport Troop Transport's pretty bad. Pretty awful, actually. Um, Beast could do something with Deado, potentially, but I don't know if that strategy is valid in Ix. Ro's okay. It's not Helena. Perfect for Helena. Carino Jeans is interesting. Probably won't make it back to me in fourth position. Still thinking it might just be Helena here. It's a bit more of a Paul row than a Helena row, to be honest with you. Let's play Helena. She's really good. And she's fun. She's my playstyle. Leto in second, okay. Or in third, I mean. Stand tall for Beerfall. Unit in second makes a lot of sense, and then I'm just guessing first picks Tessia. Yes, no, maybe so. Come on, Beerfall. There we go. He goes Paul. Okay. It's a father-daughter dance. Son, I suppose. I would have blocked smuggling. You've got Yuna in second position. You should really go smuggling. Maybe he's got a way to get another bump on Emperor or on Guild, but I doubt it. He loads up for his ring. Okay, so what do we do here? Could be a nice case of Arakeen, potentially. Arakeen ring. But if we draw our faction, it's going to be kind of disappointing. I mean, we have like more cards that we want to play than actions. Let's open Wealth and see what happens. Because we could play Ring to Mentat and then reserve a card. And we could still experiment later. Although experimenting at Haga Basin is not great. It's a little inefficient. The techs aren't good. So there's a couple reasons why Haga Basin experimentation probably doesn't work. But we could go Wealth, no Mentat. Like, just Wealth for the money. We're Helena. Like, you know, we'll get the Swordmaster as soon as we get 8. So getting second in this combat would be really helpful if we could do that. We only have 1 dagger, though. But, you know, if we get Carthag, it seems pretty doable. And we could reserve the Sayadina with our ring. I'm not in love with Sayadina. But she's a good card, though. She's faction, if nothing else. I don't know. It's not worth blowing the row up over, you know? And given that we're playing our Signet Ring next, we actually probably do want to blow the row up. Because any good 3 or 4 cost card we can get to. So Una probably has some daggers in hand or something. Tech negotiation. Okay. Means he's planning around some specific card. Probably negotiate withdraw. Maybe power play. What are we going to get? Delegate's very strong. This is the card we want to ring. Eventually we want to get long reach, but for now we want to get Delegate. So we play Signet Ring for sure. Do we Mentat? Well, it's interesting. Mentat is good if we can draw into our ring. Right? Or if we can draw back into the Delegate, I mean. Yeah, let's do it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Well, that just happened. And we just gave somebody a Contaminator too. Jesus Christ. Happens to be Leto in this case, unfortunately. Although I'm pretty happy with the Infiltrator, so I'll take this and be happy. Although, you know, we already infiltrate cities, so maybe this isn't worth it. It's a graft card, which with long reach I think is the part that matters. Just not that many good cards available. I don't think Arakeen makes a ton of sense. Besides, again, trying to draw us back into the ring or the Delegate. So I think we go Karthag here. Tactician. Okay, so we don't want to win the combat. But we want to come in second. Just 3 troops, I guess, would do that. I don't think we want a liaison. I mean, the persuasion is nice, but we want to draw this Delegate as much as possible. It is green and blue, though. Let's not. We're also deck building, though. Yeah, let's do it. We just bought a bunch of cards that have no persuasion. It's not going to be useful for a long time, unfortunately. Taking a point into Paul's hands is good, though. He just got in the shadows. Did he ever have yellow? He did. He just chose not to use it. Disappointing. We don't have great access this round. We don't have to lock this up. So we should play Seek Allies first. To where? We did not draw back into the Delegate, and we're not likely to. We went to... The textures aren't any good. Still Suits is pretty good. We have a Tactician. We're sitting at 3 right now. We can go to 5 on Wealth. I think Still Suits is the better play. That would make me the only person with 2 water. Someone's probably going to blow this row up, I think, unfortunately. Maybe not, but I think it's going to happen. Tough. We could go Great Flat. That opens up a Conspire route, and we probably do have the access next round. It also gives us research. But then we don't get the long reach. We built a graph card just so we could. I think this is better. Research is valuable when we have the infiltrator. Yeah. The other problem is, like, let's say that we go to tech negotiation. If someone blows the row up, we're going to feel pretty silly. For all we know, Paul could have drawn it in the shadows again. We have a decent shot of winning this combat with Tactician, but Paul does have his intrigue cards, so who knows. How did he get those? He went to Carthag last round. He didn't go to Secrets, though. He had to go to Carthag this round. Nope. Nothing I can do with this amount of persuasion, unfortunately, which is really unlucky on the turn that you draw your convincings. And I could buy a court intrigue, but it's not worth it. We just didn't turn here. Is he gonna get the Guild Accord, or is he gonna get the long reach? He goes the long reach. So we would have had it if we had gone tech negotiation. Nobody blew the row up. And he has it in the shadows, so he can use it. Playing Tactician here is pretty dangerous, but if we come in second, it works. It's a mulligan of the card, so I think it's worth trying. Wow. Okay. Good thing we've got our ring. Second time I'm going to try to take a combat point away from you, Paul. Nice. We love having cities as Helena because you can visit them multiple times and get paid multiple times. So we did draw the Emperor, which wasn't a guarantee. So we're guaranteed... We're actually guaranteed Swordmaster this round. He doesn't go for Interstellar. We open with Conspire here. Get our troops back. Okay, so Breakthrough. Let's take a look at that. We want to save it, because you never know when it'll be useful. At the moment, it doesn't give us an immediate advantage. You save it until it gives you some kind of advantage, in my opinion. We need to find a way to get to 2 on Guild for this card. Although we could actually already infiltrate Interstellar Shipping. We have so many ways to infiltrate things. But yeah, we need to find a way to get to 2 on Guild. This combat could be one way to do it. Or to start the process, I mean. We probably want to ring away the Kinds, even though we're not going to be able to get her. I think we should go the Scarab track. Going top track is also valid because it gets us through it quicker. Let's do this. So still in the deck, Infiltrator, Experimentation, Reconnaissance. I don't think we want to draw. I think we just want to go to Carthag here. Just go to Carthag and try to get as much as we can in the combat. Paul has an extra intrigue versus the last time we saw him from getting second in the combat. So he may have some combat value. So if we go straight top, like if we go, we can't get this and also this. So if we go straight top, we go 1, 2, you know, we end up basically with 2 scarabs. Presently, we don't have a way to get extra scarabs. So that's kind of not a great path, in my opinion. I think we probably go, because if we go straight bottom track, we get 1, 2, 3, 4 scarabs potentially, right? That's a point. 2 scarabs is fine if we can get enough specimens to buy the scarabs. So we have 1 specimen now. 2, we need 6. This gives none. So it's really a dead end on that scarab track. So I think we want to go the bottom path. Now we have to be concerned that Yuna may have Highliner. It would be smart for her to do it if she could. Don't know if she will, though. So Leto's going to troop transport here, most likely. Which, not good for us. The good thing about it, I suppose, is that it reveals a new tech. Because he probably has daggers in hand, too. By default, we're ringing away Kinds unless I... Yeah, by default, we're ringing away Kinds unless the intrigue card tells us otherwise. New tech is Chimerky. Okay. We pay ourselves at Carthag, so this is the play. Water of Life. Okay, so just set aside the Kinds. We don't want someone picking that up. I could put 3 in, but it's not possible for me to win the combat at 3, so... We do know Paul's out, though, and there's a water for participating. Let's put 1 in, and if Yuna wants to play, she can. If she doesn't have to. Good intrigue cards for the most part. This works well with the breakthrough. Freighter fleets are interesting. He does have the In the Shadows, and he also has the intrigue from the long reach. Pretty scary stuff. He drew that in the first half of the deck. Lucky guy. How much persuasion does he have? 4. So Kinds... Oh my god. So Yuna, do you early reveal for this to keep Leto from having it? Nope. She does not. She also doesn't Highliner either. She just straight goes for the Chimerky. Spy Satellites is interesting. I could see that being useful for me here. Leto blows it up rather than taking the easy In the Shadows, so commendations to him. Hopefully... Holy crap. My man just detonated his way to a Kwisatz. Okay, then. Let's just go ahead and do our breakthrough. I don't see why we wouldn't. I guess we could save it. There's no reason we have to play it right now. That is incredibly lucky. Now we have 2 graft cards. Does it make Espionage worth it? Because we do research when we do that. What just happened? There's just like no card. There it is. I just think this is clutter. We have 2 cards that graft. Gilded Personator could be good too, is the thing. We can infiltrate so it's easier to play. Oh, let's try it. I think this card is pretty bad, but I want to give it a shot. We have 2 graft cards in the deck, so you know it is doable. And we're a leader that infiltrates green. We kind of just want to keep graft away from Paul in general. Oh, we actually have 3 graft cards, don't we? No, we only have 2. Dissecting Kit and Infiltrator. Two more Solari from this is kind of awesome, because it means I'll be able to go to High Council next round. The row's pretty dead, though. So maybe not. I don't know. I mean, I still think it's worth getting online. Leto is definitely the scary person now with the Kwisatz. Yuna's the only one I'm not particularly concerned about. But she's got 3 intrigues, so you never know. Get that out of my hand. So we can graft these now. I almost want to let Paul have fold space. Draws 2 cards. Let's just do it first action. I'd like to trash something, but just get the intrigue. Finesse is pretty good. That play just put us to 8 persuasion, which is pretty awesome. He doesn't do it. Bro, alright, whatever. Whatever, man. I'll go to full space since you apparently just don't want to. But I'm sitting behind Leto, so like me having 2 on Guild doesn't really stop him at all. Like it doesn't hold him back. But if we play our experimentations, what does that give us? More research progress, but it's really nothing crazy. Oh, you know, that's the worst of all worlds. Oh, he's also got a Contaminator. Oh, yeah, he's the threat hard. If I go to Carthage, somebody might infiltrate it. Also, like hardy warriors here. Could open secrets. We need spice if we want to use the water of life, so I could do that. Try to get an SMF, but early this early SMF's not that great. He's got troop transports. Like, we gotta prevent this somehow. There's nothing I can do though. Hardy at least stops him from going hardy himself and trying to win the combat. Okay, there we go. Now Yuna's got it, so that's actually fine. That's perfect. So which city? If it weren't for the flag at Carthage, Siege Tabor would be the best overall investment. The problem is if I go to Carthage and I don't use the finesse immediately, which I probably won't, I get stolen from. So let's go to Siege Tabor. Put it in because we do get a rebate on. Well, but we're gonna win anyway, aren't we? And the second place isn't that bad, but we get stolen from. So let's put it in. Problem is we're revealing first here, and the row's just no good. I mean, it's not horrible. You know, we could pick up a other memory, which is not bad, but it's not good. And all the tokens are gone. Could just grab the sister. Not an agent box, but it is faction. And honestly, we don't have that much faction. So I think the sister is actually better than the other memory here. We get paid anyway at Carthage, and she goes to 4 intrigues. He doesn't have the Kwisatz yet. I don't think there's any point in finessing here. It's actually a combat card. Whatever that's worth. We have 4... You know what? I think I might want the Twisted Mentat here. It's another graft card for the Industrial Espionage. We could also just buy a Scarab and try to race to this 2 spice. We're not going to research again next round, so we're probably not going to get it. So let's try the Twisted Mentat. Deck's getting a little big. 16 cards. It's another graft that we can use with the Industrial Espionage. And it's overall a good card. Especially because it lets us hit Carthag like a million times. Five intrigues for Eunice, crazy. If we can't go to secrets, but that's why we bought the sister, to have a little bit more faction. I hope Una goes to Interstellar. Hand's a little sparse. We might need to Mentat. Dissecting Kit, Mentat, Trash Dagger, get Scare or get Specimen. We need one spice to get this Water of Life to go off. But both our experimentations are in the discard. She's not going to go in Interstellar. Una, you could have done that as your second action. Why are we giving Leto more Interstellar shippings? What are you doing? I guess she didn't want anyone to go to secrets. I get it, but I can't condone that behavior. He's got troop transports, you just can't let it happen. Yeah, Leto's gonna win. He's reinforcing Gil, which is a good sign, though. That implies that he's playing defensively. Like if he'd taken a bump on a different faction, he'd be actually getting points. This is nothing. No one's gonna steal this from him. Spy satellites. Oh no. Are we just completely cooked? Maybe. He just cracks him. Okay, that's a little bit odd. So yeah, let's do my initial plan. So we're gonna do Dissecting Kit. Like so. Trash the card. Makes it easier to hit our combos going forward. Do you have a BG card in play? Oh my god, he does. Oh lordy. Well, sure would be nice to have BG access right now. Well, too late, Una. You waited, so you can't go Interstellar now. You lost your chance. Yeah, I think Una's pretty safely got this combat. Don't like that. Do not like that. Go to Siege Tabor. The water is quite helpful. Let's do this, I think. We don't really want any of this, but keeping this away from Paul is probably the best. So let's do that. Imperium Ceremony. Okay, it's a good card. We don't want to deploy to this. Back up to 4. A lot of intrigue cards going out this game. What just happened? Oh, he usurped the Quartermaster. I see. Okay. Carthag of all places. All right. I don't object to getting paid twice in one round, so sure. Yeah, knock yourself out. Those at 7. Oh my gosh. This is pretty good. Industrial Espionage, Twisted Mentat. It's probably the play here. To what? Carthag? Arakeen? Probably Arakeen. We can infiltrate secrets. We don't want to deploy on this. Now we can actually use the disguised bureaucrat, so our hand opens up a little bit. So we do this. Go ahead and strong arm. Get it out of our hand. Dispensation. Get it out of our hand. Don't like drawing that, but it's fine. That's a pretty cool round, honestly. Technically, we could disguise Bureaucrat by Sleeper Must Awaken. It's pretty cool. So our best move here is surely the Treachery. Ouch. Okay, Paul's also going to go to 7. Good thing I went to Secrets before they could spend those. Unfortunately, all our good stuff went to our discard pile. We have Experimentations, which are not horrible. Experimentation is going to give us a faction bump. Stations. Would have liked to have stolen that, actually. It's fine. I got pretty good cards. Hard for me to complain. Redrew the Treachery. That's actually pretty good. There's at least 2 alliances I could take with that. I don't love it using it on this combat. I kind of was hoping that it would show up in round 7, but it's fine. This also primes for Highliner next round, so it's okay. Could try to fight Paul on selective, but with that long reach, it's just going to be so hard. And in the shadows, yeah, there's no way. We give up on BG. I don't understand why she will never block Interstellar. Why are you letting Leto get away with this? What was the point of getting a 2 on Guild if you were just going to let him have it every single round? And you're going back to 4 intrigues. Like, you know, like, what are you doing? I stole from you once. Well, he's going to let her have it. We might want to do this first, actually. With Sleeper Must Awaken, yeah, I think this is a better first action. So, what? Faction bump Guild? Deploy 1. And now we have enough for Highliner next round either way. Well, Leto's going to as well because of Great Flab, so it's kind of a lose-lose there. Assuming that he gets it, which I think he will. He's got 4 water, why wouldn't he? Oh my god, Yuna. Incredible. Thank you. It's a problem because I'm going to use Treachery on Fremen. Could use Treachery on BG, but it's just such a bad idea. That opens up Research Station, which I think is going to be our last action. The fact that this gives a Scarab on buy makes it worth more than this Reclaimed Forces, actually. Should I deploy units? I just don't know what I would use the Spice for. The combat's just not that valuable. No, let's not do it. What are our odds of getting an SMF on this? Pretty low, right? We're going to go down to 5 Persuasion. Even if we draw, like, Sister Convincing. Well, that's... No, that would do it. If we drew Sister Convincing, that would be good enough. People don't seem excited about participating in this, so I may just get it on a landslide, which is good, because if I do, I can just play the Sleeper Must Awaken to avoid going over my limit. What was the point of grafting that? It just cost you Persuasion, did it not? Oh, she used her ring. Okay, I see. Maybe she can take that from him. I don't think she can, but it's still good in case of Mimic Orders or Plans Within Plans or something to have that. Assuming she doesn't have an SMF. I don't really want to fight her on this. Does Leto have the SMF? Yeah, he's got the High Council seat. He probably does. But now we're kind of tied up with him, so it's hard for me to complain about him at this point. But he's also got an Equizats in hand, so we have to worry about that as well. Oh, it doesn't let me undo that. Here. Undo. First, let's draw the cards. That's not what I wanted to draw. We're one down. Bummer. Trash the Reconnaissance. I mean, we could finesse the combat. Put one in, finesse the combat. Her daggers are in discard. Yeah, let's do it. We're one away from finishing that track. If I could buy 2 Scarabs, that would be ideal. We don't have enough Solari quite yet. Damn it. Okay, well, it's fine. We still get Reclaimed Forces. Which is a Scarab. Maybe we're better off... I think we're better off buying troops at this point. Next hand's going to be pretty good, at least. Finesse could be valuable if we got one more on Gil or on Emperor. We could use it as a combat card. I think we just play it here, though. Yeah. SMF. Bummer. I guess we could buy a Fremen camp. It's not awful. Game should end next round. Unless there's like a Grand Vision, and even then I think Leto might be able to get over the finish line. He actually did not have the Kwisatz, which means it's the one card in his deck, which is pretty unlucky for him. But maybe he would rather have it next round. But no, because then he would have triggered a shuffle, which would have been better for him. I mean, I'm sure she's got a combat card, but... Nope, she doesn't. Okay, cool. Get to mulligan out of that intrigue. Get a little bit more spice. It's enough for to do Highliner if he doesn't draw the access, although he does with Kwisatz, but he won't do Kwisatz first round. Dissecting Kit. This reveals for a Scarab, which at this point is what we want to do with it. We have, so actually we have Guild, so if he doesn't go Highliner... Oh, but it's Grand Vision. That's so bad. I mean... Yeah, no, it is bad. Bypass Protocol is also pretty bad. Well, we're kind of out of good options, to be honest with you. We don't have research either. We have good stuff in the deck. We want to be drawing. It's just that we don't have the water. We don't have a way to get to water either. Good selective breeding. And then maybe I draw into... Maybe I draw into something that's more meaningful. I mean, Highliner's not bad. I mean, yeah. This combat's just screwed me up, pretty much. It's just screwed me up. This gives me enough water to hit Research Station, so let's do that. And the Research Station is perfect because it also finishes this track for us, which allows us to use the Disguised Bureaucrat for its full value. I mean, this is a value space, if nothing else. The water is good. Actually, we could steal Leto's Alliance with a combination of Disguised Bureaucrat plus Grand Vision. Although at this point we need to ask ourselves if Paul is the bigger threat. Experimentation. We're one Solari away from being able to buy the 2 Scarabs that we want. But 1 Scarab gives us a point anyway because of the Dissecting Kit. Well, same logic applies though, right? We could use Disguised Bureaucrat plus Grand Vision to steal one of Paul's alliances instead. Go open Fremen. Go up on Guild. Ooh. Yuna. She used her ring. She didn't. She did not use her ring. Yeah, she's gonna try to fight him on Guild. I think Paul's actually the threat now. The good thing is he doesn't have a BG card in play for long reach. Okay. So I don't know if that's what he wanted to do. But it does protect him. So yeah, we definitely switch our threat assessment to Paul now because Leto's had to play defense on this alliance. Paul hasn't. So we do this. So set aside treachery. Research Scarab point. Oh no, we need to have two, but we're getting one from reveal, so we're fine. Twisted Mentat, dagger. Not what we wanted to see, probably. Two more in just in case. Let's put one. Let's put one more in. We get a few more actions. The Infiltrator will give us an intrigue card if we can play it, so we would like to have that. We are officially done with the research track. Everybody but Paul is. Goes to 9. Depending on what he's got in hand, he might have it. I don't think so, though. We don't have that many options on where we can twist to, unfortunately. Probably just Carthag. Airkeen's better, actually. Because we need to draw that Infiltrator. And it looks like we're on the borderline of being able to buy an SMF. Dangerous. He could steal my alliance if he wins the combat. He's not trying to, though. That is not what I wanted. Oh my god. Come on, man. That is not the card I needed. That was 50-50 I just lost. Painful. Do we selective here? I don't think so, because we don't get anything out of the Infiltrator if we're revealing it. Just don't think we get the SMF. So what do we do instead? Sister's Secrets. That helps us steal from Paul. That seems good. We have no combat cards, so we have to be careful. That was pretty close to a Scarab point. So is Paul. He's already played his Kwisatz. Careful, Yuna. I think the game's going another round. They're out of actions now, so I can go ahead and play the Bureaucrat. But if I'm going up BG anyway, the bump doesn't matter. But I could take the bump on Fremen. There's always a chance that I draw back into Treachery, which is what I'm going to buy this round, I think. So I don't know. Let's do this. Vicious Talents. It's a good card. Just won't be useful for a while. I mean, maybe. You never know how the combat goes. We should go ahead and play Sleeper. Just get out of our hand. We don't want to get stolen from if someone has a recall an agent type stuff. Problem is, if we steal from Paul, he has the ability potentially to just shove our face in it. But we're gonna go first next round. We would have won this round had we been able to get that SMF on the 50-50. It's pretty frustrating, actually. Maybe I should have used Bypass Protocol to, like... I don't have enough spice for that, though. Yeah, if we hadn't drawn the Chum Delegate and drawn the Infiltrator instead, we would have won this round. Like, legitimately. Okay. I don't think he beats us in this combat. Not with Vicious Talents, anyway. So who do we go up with? I think it's just Fremen, right? If we go up with BG, we lock in that alliance. And if we were to get Chom shares off of the intrigue, we could win this round. Let's do it. Bribery. That works. Kind of. We can bribery to steal BG. But we can't... This is interesting. Let's bribery to steal BG. We're 1 point short. That 50-50 cost us. I think we just go up Fremen twice. Second wave. Take Emperor. Just troops. Better with the second wave. That's pretty useful. Okay. So, we need 1 point. We have Twisted Mentat. There's a lot of Fremen in the deck. We don't have access to Emperor. Twisted Mentat to Mentat. Grafted to Experimentation, draws an extra card. And the fact that the Mentat space is uncovered doesn't matter. And it hurts Leto. Now we're at 11 persuasion. Okay, so he's not trashing the in the shadows, at least not right now. Does that to protect Emperor, which is fine with me. I still don't have access to it, actually. But if he goes to selective breeding, he can trash the In the Shadows. So we need to protect that. We do have Fremen Bond now, so we don't want to play Siege Reverend Mother. We want to play Infiltrator at some point. But we can wait, I think. Because that's in discard. I think we're going to win this one. We'll see. We want a selective breeding, but we don't have the spice. I think we go to Imperial Basin just to prevent someone else from using it to get to Highliner. We have 5 agent boxes this round. It's going to be hard to play 5 agent boxes and still get an SMF. It's just hard to do that. At least this card does replace itself and draw, which we could draw into, like, Treachery. Who knows? Imperial Basin. Okay, so Yuna grabs it. That's fine with me. Yuna's the one person I want to win this combat, so that's actually perfect. We still need to be worried about the precarity of the Fremen and BG alliances. We could just go Secrets to lock it up. It's not persuasion efficient, but we don't have a good way to gain more spice. Interstellar, maybe. I don't know. It's not great. The problem is that Paul can just take that with selective breeding, so I think we have to. I think we have to do Secrets here. Not a very good card here. Doesn't really do anything. There's honestly an argument here that we just reveal. Like, just reveal, because that's going to give us, that's going to give us an SMF. We go to 11. And as long as Leto or Paul don't win the combat, we're probably fine. Why Spaceport? Okay. It's expensive. He has BG in play. He's trying to get to the long reach. But we put the alliance out of his hands. We're still not secure on Fremen. There's another issue. What's our persuasion look like in here? 0, 2, 2, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 2, 0. On average, grafting the Infiltrator to the ring, besides the fact that it gives us an intrigue card, obviously, probably does keep us even on persuasion. We could do it at tech negotiation, and then we're playing really safe. Could be a smart thing to do. I think Airkeen's overall better, but it also has the benefit of blocking tech negotiation for anyone else. Interesting. Wonder if she has a grand conspiracy. Detonation devices. Okay. Flagship. Can't afford that. Una could, maybe. Should go up on BG, but I don't know if he will. Maybe he goes up on Fremen. Just to scare me. Yeah. Oh, he uses his ring to steal. Okay. Well, there's nothing I can do about that. That's annoying. So now we have to try to win the combat, basically. We want to draw cards, because if we go to Air King, we draw Treachery, we can steal it back. First intrigue. That's interesting. Let's just revisit secrets. Basically. There's the treachery. So okay, so that's actually perfect. And then this doesn't matter. Just choose not to do it. Looks like we have to. Desert Ambush. We also win the game if we win the combat. So maybe we should focus on that. The treachery is going to be 2 troops no matter what. Unit of Highliner. Yeah. So it looks like we're not going to win the combat. That's fine. Don't really need to. I mean, we would. It's a path we would like to, but it's fine if we don't. The spice for tiebreaker is also going to matter, as is the intrigue from second. Leto buys an SMF, I'm guessing. Just don't reinforce Fremen is all. We could steal instead from Paul. We could go to wealth with it. I don't see a reason to do that. Leto's at 2 more points. Didn't have enough. Neither did we, for that matter. There's a possibility the game doesn't end this round. Maybe. If Paul doesn't play an entry card, we can urgent mission go back to secrets. We can't double visit Emperor though. It's looking like we might not end the game this round. Could recall from Arakeen, go back to Arakeen, but it's not going to increase our persuasion. Two intrigue cards might help us win the combat. You never know. Then we can liaison to... Nah, that's not good. That makes it pretty hard to do. I think this is going around 9. Two combat cards. It's possible. I think she took it away with the double cross though. So like originally I was at 12 and she was at 20. This is 6, which takes me to 16. Tactician takes me to 19, and Second Wave would have done it, but not anymore. Maybe we could Siege River Mother Hardy Warriors. If we do that, we win the combat as long as she doesn't have a combat card. Alternatively, we can go to Carthag. If we go to Carthag, we get an intrigue card instead, and a troop. But if we find an intrigue card that would give us a point somehow, we could win the game. Right? This is the better play. How many combat part cards can they really be left? Let's do this. Let's gamble, see if she has it. Bypass Protocol is useless. We don't want any of these cards. Just period, we don't want them. I guess we could buy Liaisons. Bypass Protocol, Liaison, just get out of our hand. Could Paul beat us with intrigues? I don't think so. Una doesn't have it. I think we win. Depends on endgaming intrigues at the end of the day. Okay. It makes it less likely he's got something. Spaceport. Shamarky. Kind of a crazy game, one way or the other. 2 treacheries. You got another one, Paul? No. Grand Conspiracy. He doesn't have 2 points from that. He has 1 point. Which means that we win. Very nice. Very, very nice. That was awesome. Dude, I freaking love Helena in this expansion. Also, look at the, we went to... How many agents did we play? I think we played 6 agents this round. Because we played Twisted Mentat, so that's 1. And then Mentat, 2. 3 regular agents, 5. And then the intrigue card to withdraw an agent and play it again, 6. So we went Mentat, Secrets, Hardy Warriors, Still Suits, Arakeen. And we stole a lot of intrigue cards, too. We stole 3 this game. Yeah. Intrigue cards are how you win, by the way. This card was pretty good. It gave us an intrigue card at the end. It always would replace itself on the graft. no matter what. Don't think the infiltration mattered very often, but which is fine, but it's still a good effect to have. The reason it didn't matter is because we were Helena, so we could already infiltrate a lot of stuff anyway. Chum Delegate never really did a whole lot. Like, we never got to 2 on Guild in a reasonable amount of time, so it was just a Solari generator, and we ended with 6, so we really didn't need the Solari. Dissecting Kit helped a little bit, but wasn't super, super awesome. Industrial Espionage actually ended up pulling its weight quite a bit. It replaced itself when we grafted it and gave us an extra specimen and research, and that's pretty good. That's how we were able to get the Twisted Mentat, is because we got an extra, like, 2 research and two specimens off of this thing. So, pretty strong. This was a great little graft game. And then, of course, we can't forget that we had 2 treacheries. We didn't have any serious Haymaker, like, Imperium row cards this game. But what we did have is really cool Talaxu row cards. Twisted Mentat, Talaxu Infiltrator, Industrial Espionage. So, yeah, interesting game. Helena's Ring didn't do a ton of work, but it was pretty fun. MVP card, I'm going to say, was the Infiltrator, I think. Yeah, I think this was the MVP card. Well, we had 2 different treacheries. Maybe the MVP card was treachery. I mean, we used to steal back the Fremen Alliance from Leto, and without those 2 troops, we wouldn't have won the combat. It gave us the Fremen Alliance, basically, because we used it. We treacheried to Fremen twice, so it was like 4 troops. We used all the spice. Yeah, it's probably MVP's probably treachery. We'll say backup Talaxu Infiltrator. That was a fun one. Kind of long, though. Almost going to round 9 if we weren't careful. Anyway, guys, it's a good game. Hope you enjoyed. See you later.